So the big question for Florida Gator fans right now is, what the hell is happening in Gainesville, Florida? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Hightop Sports. I'm your host of this evening, Shelton Walker. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn the bell on. We're on the road to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. So it would mean a lot if you can help us get there. And without further ado, let's dive into it. So last year, this time, it was the start of the Billy Napier era, and the excitement was through the roof. Okay, came in, signed a few good guys in the 2022 class. Felt like things were headed the right direction. He did miss the swing on a few other guys that we wish we could have had, but we pushed it inside and said, it's his first year, no big deal. The excitement, the hype was through the roof going into week 1 against Utah, where Florida was able to pull it out against a top-ranked team like Utah, and it felt like the whole world had flipped over. Gator Nation was back on a grind, and we were heading the right way. Well, after a back-and-forth type of season, finishing 6-7, coming to an absolute skirt by the end of it, it feels like things have went from okay to bad to worse recently. We need to figure out what's going on. Billy has done a great job with this 2023 recruiting class, as they have finished at the highest average of a player than they have in the past decade, which is absolutely phenomenal, okay? But here's the thing with Gator fans. We see a lot of the negative more than what the good is. And part of that negative is we missed out on a lot of 5-stars here in the last week, especially the first signing day back just a few days ago, which really had a sting for Gator fans. And then to top it all off, we have had 21 plus players enter into the portal. Some which we expected, some that we were okay with. But here recently, we've had a few offensive linemen and tackles that a lot of us are kind of questioning and scratching our heads. What's going on here? Why is this continuing to happen? Bailey really fixing things, or is it getting even worse? And are we going backwards? As a Gator fan, you know the Mullen era, all of that situation, there lacked a lot of discipline. It lacked recruiting. It lacked energy. It lacked structure. It felt like it was more flashy in a lightning in a bottle situation than actually building a foundation. And I think, look, as Florida fans, you have to realize is that's where we were over the last few years. And it's going to take a lot of cleaning up to do and a lot of work to flip that around and turn things back into the right direction. I'm sure as you watch this year, you would see a few certain games and you were wondering, what's going on? What's going on with Billy? What's happening? And some people are arguing, well, Billy doesn't have his guys yet. And others will say, well, he's got the talent. He should figure this out. This whole it's not his guys thing is bull crap, blah, 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 blah. Well, here we are now. We're starting to, again, see guys enter into the portal. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, it goes back to that. Billy's guys, okay? He's bringing in guys, and we'll only go get guys that want to work with Billy, that are willing to work hard and put into the time and effort to be part of that team. Here's an interview with David Totequist from Getting Swamped. Phenomenal guy. Go check out his podcast. Go check out his information. Go check out his Twitter. He's always pumping out great content and great information. He asked his question here to a few of the guys from the Gator teams about what's his thoughts, what's happening, why are guys leaving, and take a listen.
We did notice a lot of players went into the portal this season for the University of Florida. Some had different reasons. Some maybe have needed new terrain or to start somewhere else. Did you ever get the feeling that maybe some of the guys, and you don't have to point fingers or say anybody's name or anything, but do you get like some of the guys that they probably didn't have a full buy-in and that's why they went to the portal?
Yes, 100%. I feel like a lot of the guys like that weren't 100% in or wasn't willing to really give a 100% to the program had to leave because it's not something they was used to, and I feel like it all goes back to discipline, no disrespect to Coach Mullen, but just from what I heard from the older guys, they had a lot more leniency than they did with the last staff than they did with this staff. So I feel like they wasn't used to it, and Coach Napier do ask a lot of us, but it's all for our best interest, and I just don't think that they was prepared for that.
So there it is. You heard it from the horse's mouth, okay? From the players themselves talking about it's a culture thing. These guys, they're not fitting in. And sure, we're losing some guys man, that's a great player, and it probably is, okay? But if Billy has a way of doing things and guys are not going to buy in, it's not going to work for us either way, no matter how great that player is. So I think we as the fans have to appreciate to a certain extent what is happening. I know the most important factor is the results on the field. If the results aren't happening, then yes, we are going to be frustrated and upset. But it seems like it's taken motion. Now, my one complaint or my one knock on Billy is his energy, okay? It feels like right now things are going backwards. We're taking a lot of steps backwards. We're not capitalizing and moving quickly enough to make things go faster and move the right direction and taking those steps that need to happen to counter what is happening. Now, we've been trusting Billy thus far. I'm hoping he has a plan. I assume he has a plan. but he's very methodical in the way that he operates. And again, as fans watching from the outside, it can be a little nerve-wracking because time is running out. He needs to act on the portal quickly. We need to make up some of these holes that we have lost. Sure, we've got some great guys coming in, but they are young, okay? So it's going to be interesting to see how Billy closes out the portal, how he wraps up the 2023 recruiting class as a second signing day comes up into 2023. But again, orange and blue till the day I die, baby. I'm ready to rock. It's exciting to see this process happening and watch it unfold. We will be covering it and watching all of it. We go live every Wednesday at 8:35, so come hang out with us during that show. And make sure we'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe. Peace.